Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Cinderella phenomenon Evermore. We are back again for chapter 6 of Karma's route, or Claude's route, which is the final chapter for his story. Well, for now, because we still need to get his other ending, but we can finally wrap up at least our first ending for this episode. As in the last episode we had our wedding. Which is great. The brothers made up, and basically it boils down, like TLDR version, boils down to the fact that the two brothers are comparing themselves to each other. So that brought out a lot of their insecurities. Lance was insecure by the fact that he will never kind of like fill in his brother's shoes as the next in line because of everything that he lacks in terms of like public speaking, any like charismatic points, charm, etc., etc. He felt like he couldn't compare to Karma or Claude because Claude is no longer kind of there at home to be like his rival, or like his what's it called, his like what's the term, like role model in a way, but also like rival in a way, where he's able to have a competition basically. Since he's no longer there, Lance felt like he was sort of like floundering. And then in terms of Claude felt like he was like a fish out of water. He's moved to a new kingdom, where there's like new politics, like new environment for politics. Like it's not the same as when he was in Brigantia, so he's had to adjust, and he feels like, he's like he feels a little bit self-conscious in that sense, because he's like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, or the way that I think and the way that I usually handle politics is correct. And like it applies, like if it's correct to apply what he learned in Brigantia over to here in our kingdom. So yeah, that's why he was struggling with secretly internally. And on top of that, he's seeing how much Lance is struggling, and like because of that, he's like, it worries him that, despite the fact that they both took the same lessons back when they were being, when princely duties, like he's seeing Lance struggle, and it's just like, oh damn, like what the hell is happening? Like, is he gonna be okay, kind of thing. But and also like on top of that, in terms of Lance POV, like he felt like he's always lived in his brother's shadow, so like he can't break away from that. So that was the issue, but they finally talked it out after their little sparring match. They made up, and then they come to like a compromise in which Claude was like, well, we scolded Lance. We were like, hey, like you need to figure out a better way to channel your emotions, or to express your emotions whenever you feel like you're upset or you're like bothered by something, instead of just keeping it bottled and then having to have Claude trigger you and pushing your buttons, and then you just explode and just like lash out. There needs to be a better way for that. And then of course for Claude, we figured out like he was saying that now is Lance's chance, because he's now in our kingdom, he's residing in our kingdom. This is Lance's chance for him to like really outshine him, and to like take that as a challenge, where now they're on equal footings. Whereas before, Claude was first in line for the throne, and then it was Lance second in line in case anything happens. But yeah, that's changed now. So we all made up. They had an understanding, and it was great. It was great. So now we are here again, and I think Lance is doing a much better job at, I guess, all his shortcomings in terms of like doing speeches in front of large audiences. So yeah, let's conclude this chapter, and let's see where it takes us. So Lance we're back in the dining room area-ish, and he's practicing his speech, and I'm sure it's going along great, better than last time. So, and that is why, come what may, my promise to you will always hold firm. I will always be dedicated to you, the people of Brigantia, above all else. Yay! The atmosphere in the room is relaxed as Lance finishes up his speech. The soft silence that had been the backdrop of his speech breaks apart when we all applaud. You did well! Yay! And of course, Emmeline's there. It was perfect, Lance. Yes. Lance bends down into an elegant bow and smiles at her. Well, I had a good teacher. Oh. Emmeline puts her hand on her chest and smiles sheepishly. But I only just listened. But you're a good listener. And you know, you keep him calm. Lance's eyes seem to sparkle when he looks at her. Having someone around who knows how to listen is incredibly valuable. Yeah. Emmeline's only response is a blushing smile. They're so cute together. In the end, I found out that Emmeline offered to listen to Lance's speech in exchange for his helping her learn that Brigantian dance. Apparently the trade worked. Emmeline and Lance danced together at the wedding, and it seems that Lance has improved his speech by performing it for Emmeline. Yeah, Lance puts a hand on his hip as he glances at Claude. He's like, how'd I do? I did better. Yay or nay? Come on. You passed. You didn't look as stiff as a board, and your smile was subdued. At least I know how to memorize my speeches. Oh! Claude. Claude waves a hand dismissively at him. Spontaneity is not a bad thing. It just means I know how to improvise. He winks at me. Besides, Hannah is excellent at memorizing things. We're unstoppable when we give speeches together. Or maybe you could learn to actually sit down and memorize what you need to say. Girl, oh well, it's okay. As long as you gave a good speech at the wedding toast, then it's fine. I don't mind. Darling, do you really have so little faith in me? My only response is a too sweet smile. When I turn back to Lance, that smile has become gentler. It was a great speech, Lance. I'm sure you'll make your father proud. Thank you, Princess Hannah. I'm an in-law now. You refer to me as sister-in-law. Oh. He smiles a little awkwardly. I mean, thank you, Hannah. Well, Lance is still having difficulty not using titles for my siblings and I. He is technically my brother-in-law now. Yes, exactly. Oh, sorry to cut in, but it's almost noon, isn't it? All right. Well, Lance gives another bow and smiles. Well, I'm going to head back to my room and make sure the servants have taken care of my luggage. Oh, he's leaving today. I'll meet you all at the gates in 10 minutes. Okay, aw. He excuses himself before the rest of us can follow after him. Okay, Rod eyes his disappearing bag with clear suspicion. Why? What is it, Rod? He glances at Emmeline and shrugs. It's nothing. He sighs as we all leave the dining hall. Okay. The palace is bustling at this time of day. Servants walk through the halls carrying utensils in preparation for lunch. Oh, it's lunchtime. Rod and Emmeline have already gone on ahead of us. Emmeline seems eager to meet Lance at the gates first, and Rod mentioned that he had some quick errand to run before meeting us. Okay. I noticed a few servants heading to the gates with luggage, and figure they must be the men Lance was referring to. It'll be strange not to have Lance here anymore. Right. Lost in thought, are we? Yeah. Claus's voice startled me from my thoughts. I was just thinking that this is the closest I've seen you and Lance since he's visited. Yes, you finally get along. Because we're not at each other's throats? Yeah. I poke his shoulder. Exactly that. It's been nice seeing you two get along. Yeah. Rivals we may be, but Lance and I are brothers. We always make up. We're close that way. It's a sibling thing. I was beginning to have my doubts, but I am glad. I smile at him as we continue toward the gates. Okay. Emmeline and Lance are already there when we arrive. The two of them face each other at the carriage doors. You're welcome to visit whenever you'd like, Emmeline. I'm sure Father and Mother would love to have you. Oh, I'd love to visit. After all the stories that you've told me about Brigantia, I can't help but think it must be a magical place. Like Disney. Magical in a different way from Angiel. I think you enjoy it. He pauses, looking thoughtful for a few moments. What? I suppose I'd have to introduce you as my sister-in-law's stepsister? Yeah. That's true. Oh my goodness. They're in-laws now too. Oh. Oh, that's awkward. Because they got a thing for each other. Emmeline laughs. That sounds like a mouthful. Sister will do just fine. Oh, that's even weirder. That's even weirder. Lance's expression seems to crumble into something more sullen. You know, it really is a shame that you are. Yeah, no kidding. What's a shame? Rod, who had been hovering by the gates watching the two of them, steps up to the carriage with his eyebrows raised. Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, Lance smiles softly and says nothing else. Lance pauses to turn to Claude and me as we approach the carriage. Ah, there you are, Karma, Hana. Yes. He takes a step forward and clasps Claude's hand in his. Yeah. And do a bro. No, I was gonna do like he's gonna do like a dap, a bro dap. He shakes it firmly with a bright smile. Oh, did I miss something? My bad. Did I? Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah. I expect you to listen for news of my speech. I can assure you that people will be praising it all over the realm. Okay. Have it broadcasted. Claude looks back at him, amused. I'll hold you to that standard then, and if anything less happens, I'll be severely disappointed. Don't worry, Karma. I'll make sure that my speeches will make yours pale by comparison. And how can my speeches pale by comparison when I'm naturally charismatic? I got the riz. Oh, I think Hana would be more suited to giving speeches than you. Well, I can't argue with you there. Yeah, if you challenged me to a speech competition, I would no doubt win. Yeah, I'm the speech master. Yeah. Hana has an eloquence and wit that little of us possess, and even more impressive, she has the strongest, most competitive heart I've seen. And Claude, stop! Stop it! Lance pulls his hand away and holds it up as if to bar Claude from speaking. Yes, I've heard it all before. You've already told me many things about her, days worth, in fact. Such a doting guy. I could never run out of things to say about my lovely queen. Oh, stop. You mean wife? I mean, wife, queen, same thing. I don't mind either. Wife is so underwhelming. If I were to call you anything along those lines, I would much rather say my heart, or maybe my other half, or he's such a better. Stop. He's like, wifey's not enough. I must call you queen. The love of my life. My savior, my grace. I put my fingers to his lips to silence him. If you talk much longer, Lance will never leave. I notice that the carriage has already been prepared. Lance is to ride through the main plaza before heading out the city gates and back to Brigantia. Ever the flatterer. Same goes to you. Yeah. Lance takes a step backward. Lance takes a step back toward the carriage doors, but then pauses again to look back at us. I'm looking forward to it, to working with you two, I mean. Yeah. We may not be seated on thrones now, but once we are, well, I look forward to the competitions. Hey now. Let us all promise to inspire each other through friendly competition going forward. Yes, friendly competitions, okay? Friendly. Nothing in terms of like hoarding resources and like, you know, conquering lands. It's a promise. Claude says the words at the same time I do, though I can't help but turn away with a scowl when he grins at me. Wait, why is everything related to the crown suddenly a competition, right? Claude and Lance eye each other with mirrored confidence. I'll be expecting good things from you, Llama. You too, Karma, and... He turns to me with a gentle smile. Once things settle down and you have the time, please do come visit Brigantia, Hana. I know you could never be there for long, but I'm certain everyone would appreciate your presence there very much, right? Why can't I, like, I know she went on to, she had explained before that because she's a Tenebrarian bearer, she can't really, like, leave her kingdom, or else because she's so, like, connected to the crystal and she has to be near it or whatever. But yeah, I was like, why can't I just take, like, a little short, like, day trip? I don't know. Or, like, just stay, like, 2 days. Go on a vacation. All they have right now are rumors of a beautiful and refined Crown Princess of Angiel. I will try my best to visit when I can then. Okay, Lance turns to Emmeline and Rod. And Rod, Emmeline, yeah, you're always welcome to visit whenever you'd like, so please do, yeah. He takes a step into the carriage and then turns and winks. Okay, and do right. I'll be terribly offended if you don't, of course. Of course, his farewells are just as dramatic as his brothers. I mean, it's gotta run in the family somehow. After we all say our goodbyes, Lance enters the carriage and disappears from sight. The large, elaborate carriage trundles away slowly. Emmeline and Rod leave first. The two of them engage in some quiet conversation that I cannot hear. Emmeline looks equal parts thoughtful and sad, while Rod appears almost quizzical. Claude and I stand there for a few moments longer, watching the carriage disappear into the crowded plaza. Even here, people love Prince Lance of Brigantia, right? Once it is out of our sight, Claude turns to me and takes my hand. He plants a kiss on the back of it. Aww. Shall we go, my lovely queen? Yeah. I clasp my hands in his and lean on his shoulder. Yes, let's go, Claude. Let's go, my king. My king. The two of us walk back toward the palace together. Okay. Wait, that's it? Really? The end? Oh my god, that was very underwhelming. Even though it is a very nice, good, clean ending. Oh, I know, Drama Llama. That's such a cute, like, little achievement. Drama Llama. Anyways, yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, that was very, I know the ending, like I said, was, there's no bad endings here in Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, but, like, I'm just saying, like, wow, that's just, it's very, what's it called? Very just like, yeah, let's go, that's it, yeah, that's all. So, yeah, there we go. That is our good ending, quote unquote good ending, not our true ending with Claude. So I'll just leave it here, and then we can save getting his true ending in the next episode, and that way we will finally wrap up Karma / Claude's route for Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, which will then leave us with 2 routes left. I think it's Fritz, and then it's Chevalier left. Chevalier is the guy, like, he's the Rumpelstiltskin of the curse, and then Fritz was like, he has a double identity where he has like the bad villainous side of him, and then like him as the royal loyal guard side of him. So yeah, so there's only 2 guys left. Anyways, yeah, there we go. Wow, it feels like I took forever to complete his route, which, to be honest, I did. I don't know, it doesn't seem like I haven't really touched the game in terms of the episodes that I upload, but in reality it has been, like, from when I record stuff, there's quite the time gap since I've last touched the game. But anyways, I'm glad that I was able to at least conclude one run ending for Claude, and yeah, we are one step closer to finishing the game in totality. Yes, so thank you all so much for your patience once again, and for, coming along this ride with me. I hope you're enjoying it and that you stick around for the last 2 routes. Otherwise, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell on my channel, because that is the surest way to knowing when's the next time I will upload. Because in case you guys don't know, I am on a semi-hiatus with the channel. My upload schedules is very, very unpredictable. So even if you ask me when's the next time I upload anything, I can't really give you a sure answer. But to be subscribed and to turn on the notification bell, at least, that will be the surest way to know. But yeah, other than that, thank you again once more. But until then, I will see you all in another Let's Play. But for now, bye!